to see it, but I'll put it in the chat. Alright, yeah, I ain't tripping. Yeah, this motherfucker ruined it 1 year for everybody. Yeah, and he got caught. And he tried to play it like he didn't.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yeah, I try to run this shit tight, but sometimes people be bullshitting.
Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama.
Hey, forewarning you, man. We in year 4, and I know you new to the league. I got a lot of speed.
Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be.
But I've had the top recruiting class, top recruiting class last 3 seasons. So these my juniors. These my boys I came up with. So yeah. So good luck though. I'm gonna let you lock in. I'll need to lock in too. Yep.
Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going for it all. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And the Canes are rolling down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they score first.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And here's the return. Here comes the offense on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man to the left. Got a lot of running room. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Wide open downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers, and then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
He's going to fire to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability.
Trying to get behind the defense. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he got loose, it was all over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Massey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, K.
I don't even know what the fuck that just was.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over the Royals. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires left. Pulls it in. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
Dropping back, it's Mack. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Finds his big tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tide. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. 14. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down to start the drive after the break. They go to the ground. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
After the run, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the run. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He'll let it go down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball, and you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? On 4th down, looking for the completion. He'll let one go down the right side. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
The sure hands, it's Compton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. The tag. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Inside the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six.
14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. To the air, it's Mack. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first.
Makes the catch down the right side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
He fires one deep over the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. He lets one fly deep. He's got it inside the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. He's got it on the run, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Canes!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Alabama, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He fires to the left side. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Miami. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Mack. Fires downfield. Got his man. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
That one comes out hot down the right side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession. To put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. This one's complete. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect.
And they got him for the sack.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Compton.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on 1st down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on 1st down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Cavazos. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the pummeling has started.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Rice is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 21 over the Sharks. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Offense getting set for 1st down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Coming after him. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The return brings it out to the 34. And the Miami offense will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
Nothing but green ahead. Past the 20. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. That is a tough one to take, to get an explosive play like that and have it wiped out by a penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Cavazos. Makes his connection. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough space. Touchdown, Caves. And the stomping has commenced.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pressure coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Hamilton. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Miami! And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick it off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about...
Makes the grab on the right. Oh, he got loose. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Running back searching for a hole. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the run, still looking. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bama! Talk about keeping your eyes downfield and then unleashing one on a rope.
And having a guy like that that can buy time and beat you down the field with his feet.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They'll line up to go for 2. Now the play fake. He's got the tight end. And he'll be smacked to the ground. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. He unleashes a long one. Catch and stride inside the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
And the Hurricanes are in the red zone. He's looking to throw it. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the route is on. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. On the move at the 30. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 86, Alabama 20.
Ready up. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here we go. Out of the gun to give to the back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Cole. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
86, Alabama 26.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane Cane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This is one of the best run defenses in the entire country. They pride themselves on being the most physical unit, and you are seeing that in this game, shutting down this running back.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They want to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Buys a little time with his feet. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I think this offense is all but surrender, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the gun, running back on the move. Great move there. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Try to barge their way in. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the fourth quarter. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it.